I was putting together my March TBR today and I realized that I had accidentally put 5 Brandon Sanderson books on the list and that I couldn't physically do that. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I am going to be talking to you about all of the books that I bought in February and all the books I plan on reading in March of 2020. Really quickly, I have 2 little caveats about this video. One, I am doing this early. I know that last month I did February's TBR early and then I ended up having to change some things before the video even got released, and so the video was kind of chopped together. But I'm doing this because I believe I am getting sick right now. I can feel the sickness in my throat. I'm trying everything I can not to get sick, but oftentimes when I get sick, I lose my voice completely. So I want to do this video now while I have the time. Also, I don't believe my TBR is going to change as much as it did last time because I'm reading some good stuff right now, and last time it changed because I DNF'd the stuff I was reading. The second thing that I would like to say is that normally I do not buy enough books to do a haul video. I ended up buying more than 10 books in the entire month, so I just figured I'd come and show them all to you really quickly. Don't go into detail or anything, but show you the books I bought so that you can know kind of what the rest of this year is going to look like beyond my reread challenge. I have them divided up into categories so that we can go as quickly as possible. First 2 books that I bought this last month were both audiobooks. Oh my god, did I buy 3 audiobooks this month? Nope, okay, I only bought 2. I filmed with my phone, so I can't be showing you the Audible purchase on my phone. I ended up buying The King of Crows and The Shadows Between Us. Next, I received 1 book for free from a friend of mine. Family member of mine. Yeah, anyways, that is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Next, I bought 2 books by trading them in from other books that I swapped out. I ended up getting rid of 8 books on my bookshelf that I no longer wanted to keep or read again. I traded them in for Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. The other one was The Confessions of a Young Nero. The next 3 were ones that I bought online for a discounted price, and I'm really excited to say that I have a new online bookseller because I used to buy all of my online books from Half Price Books and I loved them, and then for some reason in the past year the books that I've been buying, they've been sending me different editions than they've been saying, and I try not to let things like editions and book covers affect me, but it does. Unfortunately, I'm an artist, so art affects me. I'm happy because now I can replace them with this other place that I found. I ended up buying The Name of the Wind and A Wise Man's Fears because these editions are absolutely gorgeous. And then I also picked up Shades of Magic or The Steel Prince Volume 1 by V. Schwab. And the next 2 books that I bought this month, I bought from Barnes & Noble, which I hate doing, but anyways, I did it. 12 Kings and Sharikani, one of the 5 Winds, which has a really nice feel to it. Final book that I bought this month, which I bought from Amazon, is Middle Game. That is not the cover. Middle Game. Here's the dust jacket. The book's not inside anymore. Anyways, that's all of the books that I bought in February for one reason or another, and now I'm going to quickly get into what I'm going to be reading for the month of March. So this time I'm actually going to be starting with the audiobooks that I hope to read, and then the physical books that I hope to read. I'm going to be swapping it from how I normally do it. Anyways, the first book I hope to read is an audiobook that I'm borrowing from the library, and that is The Starless Sea. I am not sure I'm gonna like this book. I've listened to another book by this author before. That was The Night Circus. I didn't like that book really at all. I kind of like kept reading it because I had to read it for class, and I know it's about a boy who works in a library, I think, and he one day stumbles across a book and he starts reading it, and it's the story of his own life. I'm gonna give it a shot, see if I like it. The next audiobook that I'm going to listen to is also from the library, and that is The Poppy War. I actually don't know what this is about. I just saw that it was a fantasy book, check, by a female author, check. Is this by any female author? By a female author, check. Written about a female protagonist, check. And it had decent reviews on Goodreads, so I picked it up from my library and thought I'd give it a shot. Next audiobook that I hope to listen to is The Toll by Neal Shusterman. It is the 3rd and final book in, I can't remember what it's called, series, but it's the one with Scythe. I don't know what the series is called. It might be called Scythe. I don't know. I can tell you what the first book was about, but I'm not going to tell you what the 3rd book is about because that will spoil book 1 and 2 for you. Definitely book 2. Book 2 left with a cliffhanger, and I'm excited to jump back into this world. This is a world where basically all disease, all crime, all everything has kind of been cured, and there are these people called scythes who are supposed to go out and kill people, not at random, but basically at random, to keep the population down to a minimum. And it is supposed to mimic the effects that normal death would have. The whole entire society is run by this mega computer. I make it sound like he's evil, but he's actually the nicest character in the entire book. Like, he is pure, he is wholesome, he is amazing. He is nothing like the computer from the Lumine series. Two characters are brought in to become junior scythes, and neither of them want to kill people. The next book that I hope to read is The War of Kings by Sanderson. Yeah, this is my March 2020 reread book. I was supposed to be reading the Darkest Minds and the Stormlight Archive series, but I ended up reading the Darkest Minds in February. You can watch that video on my channel when it comes out. I'm still going to be doing The Way of Kings. I also plan on starting Words of Radiance, but I have no plans of finishing it. I'd like to get at least to 50% through, so if you see Words of Radiance also on my April TBR, you know that I succeeded. There is a chance that I'll finish it though. So next are the physical books that I hope to read in the month of March. Future Amanda here. I unfortunately forgot to add something, so it's a good thing I did this video early so that I could come back and edit this in. My sister-in-law asked me to read Harry Potter with her for the first time this coming month. So it'll be my third or fourth time rereading this series and her first time. And she was really excited about reading him for the first time, so I said yes. I am not planning on reading all of them this month though, because that's ridiculous and I can't do it. I had originally planned on reading these in September through December, so I'm just going to move things around a little bit and do it March through May. My plan is to read the first three in their entirety like this. I plan on reading them in the physical form, and to start the fourth one in the month of March. Then I'm going to hopefully finish 4 and 5 in the month of April and do 6 and 7 in the month of May. So that's just kind of the sneak peek, and everything else is just going to be I'm going to have to change my reread challenge just a little bit to be able to fit it, but there are some things that are still going to be normal. If you want the updates for how that's changing, just check every single month's TBR and I'll talk about it there. So that does mean that there's going to be a small change to some of the books that would have mentioned in my physical reading. So if some of the numbers get a little bit off, that's gonna be the problem. I'm just gonna edit them out instead of refilming that section of the video. Audiobooks are all gonna be the same from this video. My physical TBR is going to change slightly because I am adding the first 4 Harry Potters to it. The next book I'm really excited to be reading this month is The Throne of the Five Winds. I know I just picked this up in February, but I am really excited about it. It sounds really good and it seems like a really good length for this month. The next book after that I plan on reading is the graphic novel that I just talked to you all about. Yeah, so this goes along with the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. This is by her. This is just the graphic novel that is kind of like the prequel to the story. I thought I'd pick it up. I'm a huge fan of art, as I said, so I find graphic novels, when they're done well, to be done well, but oftentimes they are not done well and I end up reading them less than I would have a novel in its place. Hopefully this one will not disappoint me. If I manage to finish all of those, I am either going to continue on with Words of Radiance and then into Oathbringer, or I am going to start The Name of the Wind. I don't necessarily want to be reading The Name of the Wind at the same time as me reading Words of Radiance because I feel like those books are going to be too similar to each other and I might get confused, but this is what I want to read, so this is what I'm gonna read. And if I feel like those are too similar, the other book I have on backup is Warbreaker, but that's by Sanderson, so I also feel like that's going to be too similar to Stormlight Archive, so so my backup books are probably not good backup books, but they are what they are. This is everything that I plan to read in the month of March. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you're planning on reading in March. Leave a link to a video if you've done it, or just comment down below all the books that you hope to read this month. I hope to talk to you in the comments, and until next time, bye!